Zenrider here. Join me for a ride to the top of Test Pilot Peak. We're starting out in the afternoon of a beautiful Saturday. I said to myself, let's try to make it to the top of Test Pilot Peak. So I headed out through the neighborhood, and it shows I was going 30 miles an hour. So if you're my wife and watching this, then that was a mistake in the calibration. I never really hit that speed. And if you're not my wife, then yeah, sometimes on these surface streets you can get going pretty fast. Now I want to start out with a disclaimer that Test Pilot Peak, as far as the name goes, is apparently the name of this peak, but I did searching online and could find no reference to it at all. However, my mountain biking buddy Landon tells me that's the name of it. And as far as he knows, that's been the name, but he doesn't know where it came from either. So maybe this is local lore. I have no idea, but nothing on a map calls it that, but I'm calling it that because I don't know what else to call it. So, out in search of the summit of Test Pilot Peak. And here's the transition from the street up into the dirt as we head up the truck trail. You can see it going around the Walmart. And as we head up the truck trail, and it's not too bad. This is jumping ahead here to where we get up to the power lines, which really shows that we're up about halfway, and it's the end of the fire road type trail. And now we get onto the single track, and this is where it starts getting a little dicey. You got to turn to the right here at this fork as you start heading up. It gets rather steep on this trail. To be honest, it gets so steep I don't really know that I can recommend this trail. And even going on some of these smaller sections, you can see as I come around this turn, I think I biff it right about here. Yeah, and I think I wound up walking up a little bit further, but some of those areas are really, really steep. I almost quit, but then I kept going and finally made it to the top, and this was the payoff. Just incredible views as far as you could see, all the way to the ocean. And I didn't drag my electric unicycle out on that rock because it's kind of hard to get out there, honestly. But incredible, incredible views, 360 all the way around. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, I was sweaty and tired when I got up there, but just checking everything out and the breeze, it made my day. And this is just a great way to enjoy the scenery and enjoy riding the electric unicycle. So then I headed back down, and after I rested up for a while, but here I'm pointing out how steep this is, and I'm just going, guys, this is so steep. And it looks steeper, of course, when you're going down it than when you're going up. But I'm going to admit to you here, I just got off and I was walking it through here because I know that there's no way I would have stayed on that thing. So anyway, I could have cut this out, but I said, hey, this is the real world. Check it out. Some of these areas are too steep to do. So then I was riding back, and on these areas through here, there are these little whoop-de-whoops, and coming up, I was all, I don't know if I'm going to go on those. But now coming down, when you got gravity on your side, I said, hey, I'm going to try to go on these, and let's see what I can do. I was nervous, thinking that I didn't want to do it, but I thought I would go ahead and give it a try. This first one, okay, I passed on. I said, no, but here's another one. Let me see if I can do it. What the heck? All right. Now, albeit I didn't have a ton of speed there, but it is very, very much cruising. It was a lot of fun coming down on this trail. I was loving it. It's hard to tell how some of these areas are kind of steep and rocky, but when you make it through and you're able to do it, sometimes it definitely gives you a feeling of accomplishment. And it's nice. This is like the 2/3 point where the power lines are, and we head back down the rest of the way. On this trail there are a few gates that you have to cross, that being one of them back there, and when we first go on the truck trail, but this is America, so we're free. Anyway, free to ride the trails. There's usually a lot of people on these trails hiking or biking and whatnot, but this day it was probably like 95, and I think just nobody wanted to be out in the heat, and I can't really blame them, but that is one thing that's nice about the unicycle, is that a lot of the times, especially when you're going downhill, it is definitely a little easier on you, and you can relax a little bit and just kind of have some fun. Here's the Walmart down below on the right that you just saw on the map. As we head down the trail along the back side of it, and then we get back through the parking lot and back onto the streets for the last little part of the ride. There's a lot of rivets and areas back through here, but it's really not bad. You can get going pretty fast. The motorcycle tire I have on there, and it's underinflated, so it gives me a little bit of bounce with it. You know, I really like the suspension wheels. I did a review of those recently, but honestly, a bigger wheel and with a little underinflation really does give quite a bit of bounce to it, and I kind of like it. The larger wheel, it seems to roll over everything. And the transition, go from the dirt to this really loose bark here, and then back onto the pavement. That's what I like about this dual sport tire. It can pretty much handle anything without a lot of road noise. And cruising through the parking lot, just gotta watch out for traffic and pedestrians. And coming on the way back, you can see it diverge there to the left. We're going to take a different way back around through the other neighborhood. And this is a nice smooth asphalt. We can also get going pretty fast. I also like to go this route because I often will run in the mornings this way, and so I'm kind of familiar with the route. And it's also kind of neat to, when you ride the wheel, instead of it taking, it's 3 miles, but instead of it taking as long as it takes me to run it, which is way too long, you just blow through it on the unicycle. It's kind of a neat feeling to cruise so quickly through your normal route. Now, on the way back here, we're gonna cruise through this neighborhood and drop in this fire road, which this is the super steep fire road. I videotaped it before, but it's hard to do justice for how steep this road is. So I think I measured it at like 30-something degrees, but you're just definitely leaning back, feeling like if you run out of braking power, you're just gonna keep on going. Going up is a little easier, surprisingly, but the power pads really help move it up this thing. Running up this is a killer, let me tell you, but it's actually just fun and a pleasure going up it on the unicycle. This last part is steep, but you get the momentum going up, and it's just cruising right on up. Final part here is coming back through the neighborhood, and final part, almost like the cool down lap, it comes into the final section. Up above on that mountain ridge, you can see those power lines, and that's the ridge up above that we were at. Okay, pulling on into home, and it was just really fun to be able to make it to the top of that test pilot peak. I'd hiked up there before, but never taken the electric unicycle up there. Overall, a lot of fun going up. A little strenuous towards the top. Can't say that I recommend it for everyone, but I enjoy it. I hope you liked following along, and as you can see from the map here, where it shows us the distance at the end, so coming up about 8 miles, and the elevation that took about an hour and a half because some of that was walking the unicycle. Anyway, go ahead and like and subscribe, and that way you'll get alerted when my next video comes out. Hey, hope to see you soon. Thanks again.